suggest that you can hear me and the technical. Could you please someone just tell if you can hear me? Is it okay? Okay, thank you. Welcome all to our webinar, half an hour webinar. So I would like to first give the presentation, and if you have questions, so I leave some time after the presentation for questions. Of course, if you have some question in meantime, you are welcome to write it on chat. The topic of the webinar, today's webinar, is what two KPIs, the key performance indicators, tell about the impact of spatial web services. And I think this is a very, very interesting topic and very important as well. So first, some general issues concerning the KPIs. So why is it important to have key performance indicators? Of course, these indicators are used to ensure that the business you are having is on the right way towards success. So everyone having spatial web services and publishing services and using services internally, for example, want to ensure that the services are used. And of course, the KPIs should be aligned so that organizations' overall strategy and goals are met. And KPIs produce information about these goals. Also, it's very important to choose the right indicators, and so that the indicators can be measured. Also, the KPIs are making comparisons. So it's not just to get information once, but to be able to compare today's information to past information and see the trends. Also, KPIs are used to recognize the strengths of the organizations and also areas that should be developed. Generally, it's recommended not to have too many KPIs, but from 5 to 6 at executive level. And of course, a good visualization of the KPIs is essential. Normally in business, dashboards are used to visualize the information. Also, why the KPIs are important in the area of geospatial information and geospatial solutions. A lot of efforts has been invested in building and developing spatial data infrastructures at national level, at regional level, at city level, and also at organizational level, or even at European level. And this is to enable better decision making in social, economic, and environmental areas. So the purpose of the SDI, the data that these SDIs provide is used. And I somehow argue that without the extensive use of the data, spatial data, all the investments in the SDIs and the development put to the SDI is of no value. So therefore, it's very important to be able to prove how the SDI, what is the success of the SDI, or if you are from a private company, you are providing spatial web services to your customers, also to be able to show that these services are successful. And therefore, we suggest the following key performance indicators for the spatial web services. We have defined 6 main indicators. The first one is the usage of services, and I will show some examples of that. Most used data sets. So which data is the most valuable one for the users? And of course, it's always really interesting and important to know which solutions or services use the spatial web services or the data from the spatial web services. From the quality point of view of the spatial web services, the availability of the services is very important. But what I found very interesting is the user impact of the service speed. So how well the services are available and how fast they are operating, and what is the impact on the users. And of course, most used services. So what is the good combination of the content of the service and the quality of the service? So, as an example, I will show data from the Finnish Environment Institute that actually provides information, environmental information and innovative solutions for the society in Finland, so that the society is sustainable, and also, of course, this environmental information is used in the neighboring countries and also at European level as well. So what are the goals of the Finnish Environment Institute? They want to guarantee the best possible availability of the spatial web services to the users. And also they want to use more internally in their own professional applications, the spatial web services. Also, they want to enhance the awareness of their services. They have opened all their services and their data. So it's very important that all users and potential users know about these services and which data is available. And of course, they want to show the economical benefits of the services. So let's look first the first indicator, the usage of services. It's a combination of amount of users and the amount of requests sent to the services. For example, this information of this KPI is from August 2016. And you can see the amount of users and requests sent today, all the spatial web services of SYKE during August. So there has been quite a huge increase compared to the previous month. And also it's possible to see the trend between different years. So for example, how the usage has been increased from 2013 to 2016. And each year there has been quite a huge increase in the usage. Also, it's important to know if the users are using the services daily, weekly, or not so often. So it's possible also to see an analysis of that. Then the second one is the most used datasets. We have a top ranking in August 2016 about the most popular datasets. Unfortunately, the names of the services are in Finnish, but the most used one is the lake information and the ecological status of the lakes, also the ecological status of the rivers, and also information about the sea area. This has been most used datasets from all the 50 spatial web services of SYKE in August last year. Also, it's nice to see what are the trending datasets. So which datasets has been used more in August compared to the previous months. And there is the height of the water is the first one in this ranking. So this kind of information of this KPI gives valuable information for the organization. In this case, the Finnish Environment Institute. But I think that all of you who publish and spatial web services, you are interested in to see from which applications or geoportals, from e-government services, from private applications, or are the requests to the spatial web services coming. So this is the top ranking of the 3 most used apps and portals in August. So most of the requests come from the Finnish national geoportal called Paikkatietoikkuna. So people find the geoportal very easily, and also they have the capabilities to search the environmental information from this portal. The third one is quite interesting application. This Järviviki. It's a lake wiki in English. It's a web service that is managed and updated both by authorities and citizens. So both of these are bringing real-time information to this web service, and it has been very popular among the citizens in August. The next one is the availability of services. Of course, this is a technical one or technical indicator, but it's very important because if the services are not available, the users may become disappointed. They don't want to use the services if they can't trust on the service. For example, there are private companies using environmental information from the spatial web services of SYKE, and because it's very critical that the information is available for infrastructure planning, for commercial applications, and so on. So SYKE wants to ensure the high availability of the services. But in addition to the availability, also the response time of the services is very essential. because if you get the data fast from the service, you are able perhaps to work a bit efficiently, and also the citizens who use the apps that include this kind of environmental information are very critical nowadays and want to get to the information very fast. So both these are very important things. But then what I find very, very interesting is this user impact of the speed of the service. In this case now, we actually don't see a very happy user because the speed has not been improved. It has been actually been worse in August than in previous months. So it's a bit, the change has been a negative. So all the users that are using spatial web services of SYKE in August have actually lost 5 months time of their time when they have been using these services. So this is a signal to the organization that they have to take care of the speed of the services, and also perhaps to investigate what has been the reason, because in previous months there has been a better response time of these services. And of course, perhaps the last indicator shows some reasons for this not so good response time. Most used services, so where the content is interesting and the services are performing well, has been in August the Inspire service, providing death information. That is always very interesting for example, during the summertime for the users. Then there has been the groundwater information. This geology service actually contains information on groundwater. And then there is the water map application that has been on the third on the most used services. And the water map application or service actually provides information on the quality of the water, lakes and sea areas. And if we now look, of course, we see now the top ranking of the August, but if we look at the what is the trend between the usage in different months, in June, July, and August, we can see that, for example, in August, the water map application has been very, very popular. A lot of requests have been sent to this service, and this is because a new application was launched to the citizens that provided information about the quality of the sea and lake areas, and everyone in Finland were really interested to investigate what is the quality of the water, if they can swim in the lake, or what is the reason for the quality. So this kind of comparisons can be made between different months to get the understanding about the trends of the services. In this SYKE case, I have been showing KPIs that show information of all the spatial web services of SYKE, But of course, it's possible to analyze only one interesting service. And I have another example here. It's from the Flanders Geographical Information Agency, who has very successfully developed their spatial web services during the last years. And as an example, I saw the KPIs of one service in the next slides. So here actually you can see a report that we call an executive report that shows the KPIs on that report. And as you can see from the report, this is also from August 2016. There has been increasing usage of this one service, and this service is very important. It provides a lot of data from buildings, streets, administrative areas, and so on. So it's very popular in Belgium and a lot of usage. And the next slide, you can see also some KPIs of the quality of the service. Here you can see that the user impact has been positive because the speed of the spatial web services and the response time has been better than in previous months. So all the users of this spatial web services have totally saved 15 hours of their time. If the users are working, it's working time. If the users are citizens, so they have spent their leisure time. So this kind of information is possible also to get from one single service if there are plans to develop one service or just to test the content, what kind of data sets are valuable for the users. Some ideas what we can provide, what Spatineo can provide you, for example, I think that reliable knowledge about the impact of your spatial web services, that's very interesting knowledge. Of course, if you have some objectives or strategies related to the spatial web services, perhaps you get the confidence that you are on the right way in developing the services and you can meet the objectives. You get facts. The KPIs are based on the information that is automatically gathered. So it's real facts that show the real situation. Also automated reports of the KPIs. And I would like to say that positive surprises of your services, because all our customers have been able to increase the usage of their services. There are a lot of positive surprises related to the services. So that's also very happy thing to be able to notice that the services are working well, the users are happy, and the data is used. So this was my presentation. If you have some questions, I'm happy to answer them now, or I also have added my contact information, so you are able to send me afterwards, questions. there anything you want to argue against, or if there are something yes, at the moment only the log files, yes. So they give the information related to the spatial web services, but would you be interested to get some analysis of some other services as well? Okay. This is something now, actually, I can send you information on that after the webinar. On the question you just mentioned. Any other questions? I hopefully we're able to record this webinar now, so I will provide the recording to you as well, so you can see the slides and look at them more thoroughly if you are interested after this webinar. But yeah, we have a couple of minutes time if you have any questions. But please contact me if you are interested. I didn't want to promote Spatineo Monitor because I thought that it would be nice to discuss about the KPIs first. But of course, the information for these KPIs comes from the Spatineo Monitor, and if you are interested, it's possible to test Monitor 2 weeks free of charge. So then you can also run reports of the KPIs and see the status of your spatial web services. Okay, but thank you very much for participating to this webinar. I hope that you get some ideas for your own work and have a good, it's winter still, so good winter and a nice spring. Bye-bye. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.